What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm just gonna be breaking down my indoor season, even though I didn't really have much of an indoor season, which we're gonna get into. And I'm just gonna talk how it went, how I've been feeling, how's preparation, how am I feeling going forward. And just to start things off, if you guys watched my last video, it was Road to Sub 7. I want to say part 7, I think. That was the week after I strained my left groin, or my left hip abductor, if you want to be more specific. It's kind of like the hip abductor, and it's like leads into the groin and up into like the lower ab area. It's an interesting injury. It's the same one I had last year, just on my left side. Last year I dealt with it on my right. Obviously that threw kind of like, what's the word? Threw a wrench in the plan. I don't know if that's the same, but you know what I'm saying. It delayed things, you know, like training was going really good this year. I was feeling really fast, especially in November time. Going into winter break, I was feeling good. Then I got hurt, had to take time off. I came back, had to take things light. That was the week that I filmed that you guys saw. And coming back to campus, training was going fine. I was training per normal. I was seeing my athletic trainers, I was doing rehab, I was stretching. I'm not gonna say every night, because that'd be a lie. I was stretching almost every night, taking care of it, ice pack after practice, everything I could really to take care of it. And it did get better, but I feel like it's one of those injuries that kind of like comes and goes. Like right now, I kind of feel it again, even though last week I didn't feel it at all. And it's just one of those things that comes and goes, but you know, I'm not gonna let it hold me back going forward. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. I'm gonna keep rehabbing, keep stretching, and hopefully be fully healthy for outdoor. But to get into indoor, we had a meet right after winter break. I didn't run that one. It was pretty much right away when I got back, and I told my coach, I was like, hey, look, I think I need more time to do my rehab. My body's not feeling 100%, so I skipped out on that meet. And then I opened up my season. I'll put the results on the screen right now. Bad results, I know, we're gonna get into it. I opened up my season January 30th at the Tryon Banked Invitational, and I ran my slowest 60 ever. Yep, I ran the slowest I've ever ran in the 60. And then I ran my slowest ever college 200, 24:18. Pretty much like as bad as it can get for me for a meet. I'm not gonna lie, as bad as it could possibly get. Like you can't. Well, I guess you can. You can run worse, but it was a really bad day. It was a bad day. And to get into it, you're probably thinking like, what went wrong? Well, I don't know. I mean, I felt pretty good the week leading up, and I felt prepared. I felt mentally prepared. I wasn't like nervous or anything. But the main thing that went wrong for me is just kind of like how I prepared the day before. And anything I'm about to say, these are not excuses, okay? I know like whenever people give reasons on like why they did bad, people are always like, oh, it's an excuse. For me personally, I consider like what you do leading up to a race as part of the race, and it's all stuff that's like in my control. Like what I'm gonna get into is my sleep. You know, I feel like sleep is something that's part of your race, you know what I'm saying? If you don't get good sleep the night before a race, that's on you. But yeah, so the main thing was the sleep. I didn't get a lot of good sleep that night, the night before. I wasn't even like nervous. I wasn't even thinking about the track meet. It was just like adrenaline. Like I've always had an issue with falling asleep the night before a meet. And it's never like I'm thinking about track too. I would think about anything but track. Like I got like songs stuck in my head. I would think about like assignments coming up. Like I would think about anything but track. For whatever reason, I don't know, like my mind's just racing. And I think it's just like that pre-meet excitement. Like it's kind of like how I would describe it is like when you're a kid before Christmas Day. Like you're just kind of up, you know, you don't really want to fall asleep. But honestly, I fell asleep fine. I went to bed at 10, but the issue was I woke up around, I think it was like 2:50 a.m. And I remember that because I checked my phone and I used the bathroom. Mistake number one, I used the bathroom. I turned the lights on, it woke me up. But I used the bathroom, I had to pee, you know, not really in my control there, but I used the bathroom, couldn't go back to sleep. I was rolling around in bed trying to get comfortable, couldn't fall back asleep until about, I want to say 4:30, and then I slept until 5, and then I woke up again, and then I tried to fall back asleep again, but then I just stayed up until 6, because 6 was when I was gonna get up. We had to be on the bus at 6:30. So yeah, basically just didn't really get enough sleep, and I feel like it was my fault because normally I'm like prepared, I have melatonin and stuff. This meet I just didn't have any melatonin, and also I had to use the bathroom when I woke up, probably because I was drinking too much water close to bedtime. That's another thing I tried to do, is not to drink like close to when I fall asleep. So in a case where I do wake up, I just go straight back to bed. But like when you wake up and you have to use the bathroom, now you're getting up, you're using your brain to walk, and then you turn on the light because you need to see to pee, and then boom, now I'm awake. So these are all things that I just didn't really do things right. Like now I know going forward so it doesn't happen again. But yeah, that was honestly the main thing. I mean, I was on what, like 4 hours of sleep? 10 to 3, or no, 10 to 2:50, 11, 12, 1, 2, okay, maybe 5, like 5.5 hours of sleep about. So not like horrible, because like with the sleep thing, I've performed good under no sleep before. Like last year at indoor conference, I was on like 3.5 hours of sleep, and I actually ran a PR at the time. Well, I guess it's still my PR. I ran 7:15. So like I could perform with no sleep. It was just like, I don't know, it was just like a mix of things. Like honestly at this meet I just didn't feel it. Like I didn't feel that like I wasn't pumped, you know? Like I was going into the race kind of like tired, and I'm like, oh, like my body doesn't feel 100%. Like I don't know, like that's kind of like was the general vibe for me going into my races. But yeah, execution wise, honestly nothing really felt wrong with the 60. It was just like I was just flat. Like I just transitioned, and when I was at top speed I felt like I was stuck in the mud. I felt like my legs didn't want to move. I felt like I didn't have any pop, no power. Honestly, the start was pretty good. It was just like everything after that, it just went downhill. Like I decreasingly got slower or something. Then the 200, execution wise, you know how I am with the indoor 200. I'm terrible. I'm not gonna lie. Might be the worst person to run on a bank track. I've never ran a 200 where I don't stumble, bruh. Every single time I run, I always like lose my footing and stumble. And maybe that's everyone. Maybe that's just like how indoor is. Or I don't know if it's a skill issue. I don't know if it's just me. Comment below if y'all have trouble running on those tracks. But it always throws me off. I always lose my momentum. It always psychs me out. It always messes with my head. And yeah, I just mess up every time. So with this one, I stumbled coming off the the first curve. And then I think the rest was pretty decent. I just gassed out. Because when I stumbled off the curve on the backstretch, I tried to like re-accelerate really hard because I wanted to like get back into the race. And by doing that, I used like all my energy. And on halfway through the second curve, I just hit a wall, like straight lactic. I'll show the races. Yeah, I'll show you all the races right now.
Where's he at? Oh, go Ryan. Oh, shit. 200? No, bro. Ooh, he was moving a little bit. Come on, Ryan! Let me see something nice, man. Good.
Okay, so those were the races from that meet. And then fast forward now to the next one, Tryon Midwinter Invitational about 2 weeks later on Valentine's Day. I ran, again, not good, but I ran a lot better than the last time, okay? So improvement this time around. I got way better sleep. I had my melatonin. I ate more for breakfast. I had eggs. Last meet, that was another thing. I didn't really eat enough, I feel like, for breakfast, for me personally. But this time I had my boiled eggs ready. I had 2 eggs. I had some toast with some peanut butter, banana, honey, all that. And I just ran a lot better, you know. With the 60, I was able to like kind of relax a little more. I feel like I could have, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I really do feel like I could have ran faster, at least a 7-1, but it is what it is. And then the 200, I did the best I could. Again, I suck on the bank track. I ran in lane 2, not really the greatest lane draw. I ran like honestly, I felt like I ran pretty decent. I just, again, I stumbled, not coming off. Actually, I did kind of stumble a little bit coming off the curve. And by stumble, I mean like just losing my footing a little bit. It wasn't like I wasn't like fully like stumbling. It was just like a little like awkward couple steps that made me lose momentum. And then going onto the bank, you could see it on the video that I'm about to show y'all. I like really lose my momentum. Like you could like see me slow down, and then I try to speed back up, and then I gas out again. But I finished a lot stronger in this race, in this 200 compared to my last one. Like I was kind of gaining on this one kid who was a couple lanes outside. Y'all see in the clip.
I got up there. If I would
It is what it is. I feel like with the indoor 200, I feel like it doesn't really like define who I am and where I'm at. Cause like when I ran these races, like I wasn't even like that tired after it. If you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I didn't even like put in my all, like what I'm fully capable of in those races. So I'm not too worried about the times. I know how I get down when it's outdoor. I know I'm a whole different athlete for the outdoor, especially in the 200. So I don't really care. I know I'm faster than a 23.6. Like I just know. I've ran faster than that in practice. Like not even going all 100%. So I know what I could do. I'm not too worried about this whole indoor season. The 60 I'm a little salty about. 7.2, bro. 7.23. Like I ran 7.24 my first ever 60 in high school. I ran 7.31 in the prelim, then I ran 7.24 in the final. Like I really am still running 7.2. Like what? I can't even run 7.0, bro. Like I know like I should be such a good 60 runner, cause like my strength is literally my start. Like I'm like a short guy. I'm good at accelerating. I just feel like I'm not good indoors, you know? Like I just feel like I'm flatter. I feel like it's a bad time of the year for me. I'm not really like in that great of shape come December, January, February time. Like I'm still like ramping up, and I usually don't see like a big adjustment in my speed and my fitness until like around like late March and like early April is usually when I start to turn things around every year. So I thought this year was gonna be different though, with the whole like, oh, I won't be running that fast until April. Like I really thought it'd be different because transferred schools, the program is a lot different. I say we train a lot harder here earlier in the year, so I kind of thought like, okay, this is gonna be the year where I really throw down something in the 60 and finally run sub 7. I've been talking about running sub 7 for 3 years now, bro. 3 dang years, but hey, I still believe I could do it. You know, I have one more year of eligibility left for indoors, so I got one more season, one more chance. And hopefully things go right this time where I don't get hurt and I don't have to skip meets and I have more than 2 competitions to do it. That was my indoor season. Going how I'm feeling right now, honestly, like, it's kind of like mixed feelings right now, honestly, for me. Like, I'm definitely like pretty disappointed in myself, but at the same time, like, with all circumstances and honestly like how indoor is for me usually, I'm not too worried about it. Like when we're talking like statistically, my PRs are 7:15, 7:23. It's still like within a tenth, and then my PR indoor 200 is 23:36, and I'm about under half a second away from that. In that season where I ran 23:36, I went 22:0 outdoors. So I'm not too worried about it. Like, I'm kind of like on par with how I average about indoor, you know. So it is what it is. But today's a special day. Why I'm recording this video today is because today is my indoor conference, or not, I shouldn't say it's the Peterborough Indoor Conference meet today. And this is the first time ever where I didn't qualify for a conference meet. I wouldn't say taking a toll, like, you know, it's just track at the end of the day, but it's definitely like made me feel some type of way. Like, just seeing like all my teammates travel without me, not being able to compete back in my home state. Like, I was really looking forward to seeing my old school, my old teammates from Flagler. I was looking forward to competing in front of my family again. And it was definitely like a bit of a hard pill to swallow, because I feel like I've decreasingly gotten worse year after year. Like, freshman year, 60-meter finalist. Sophomore year, 60 meters, didn't make it out the prelims, I got 10th. And then this year, didn't even make the meet. Didn't even make the top 16 in conference. So I could look at this 2 ways. Like, I could either be sorry for myself and lose motivation, or it could just make me hungrier and work harder than I even was working. Because, by the way, I know myself better than anyone else. I've worked harder than I ever worked leading up to this season compared to my other 2 college seasons. Just like behind the scenes, like just doing extra core, extra hip work, extra isometrics, extra stretching, all things I've never done. Being more consistent with my like supplement intake, taking vitamins, taking creatine, taking all these type of things. Like, I know like what I've been doing behind the scenes, and I've honestly prepared the most I've ever prepared. And the training program as well, like, we've done a lot more volume under this new training program. So it just makes me think, like, as hard as I think I'm working, I could push myself even more, because like I'm still not where I need to be, and just gotta keep working, stay patient, keep going, you know, day after day. But yeah, it definitely, so that's one way I could look at it, is like be down on myself or just be motivated. And honestly, I'm taking the motivated route. I've been more motivated lately. I'm not really like, I mean, I still like have fun at practice, but I'm not really like joking around as much. I'm more locked in, I'm more serious, I'm more focused on just me. Like, I'm not really as talkative at practice. I'm really locking in, really pushing myself, and continuing to do the right things outside of practice as well. That's another thing too, how I was feeling about this season, is I feel like I didn't really represent myself well in front of this new team. Like, they don't really know, they haven't really seen me compete, and the fact that when they have seen me compete I did trash, I feel like that's kind of like my first impression to them. You know, like, that's just the way I look at it, is like that was my first impression to my new school, to my new coaches, to my new teammates. So that's who they think I am. But like, I know who I am, and some other people know who I am, but that's who they think I am. And that right there bothers me, you know what I'm saying? That some of them probably think I'm trash, and y'all will see on outdoor, I'm not trash, bro. That's kind of like the gist of what I want to talk about. I just wanted to come on here and just like get my thoughts out, because I've been thinking about it a lot. But now that I'm like just letting it out and putting it out there for my little YouTube channel, my little track diary. Now that it's out there, I'm not gonna think about this again. It's out of my mind. I don't care. I don't care how I did. I don't care about this season. I don't care what the times say. I'm just gonna go up and keep training and be ready for the next thing, be ready for outdoor. And yeah, that's all I really have to say to y'all, and to myself, because I'm gonna be watching these in the future. But that's really all I got with future videos. I know I've been slacking with the meet vlogs. I didn't film anything. Well, I actually did film a little like short that I'm probably gonna put out for my first meet. I did the POV of the 60. I'll post that on here. I posted on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, SunDonSpeed. We just hit 6K. Trying to go up, trying to hit 10K by the end of this year. So yeah, follow me on SunSpeed on Instagram. But yeah, going forward, I'm gonna try to film maybe a meet vlog or two. It'll mostly probably be breakdowns because I just want to focus on really actually competing instead of like going out with a camera and like, oh look at me, meet vlog. You know what I'm saying? Not that making content distracts me, because I've been doing it. It's just more of like, it's not a good look when you pull up to a meet and you're filming it with your camera and then you run like trash. And then your coach is like, are you even focused on the meet, or are you focused on making videos? So I want to run something fast, and then I will start to get back into like the filming, making YouTube videos at meets, the meet vlogs and everything. But yeah, that's all I really got. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and if you made this far, actually listen to my yap and my spiel, I appreciate y'all's support. And if you guys did enjoy, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for any future track content I got. And again, follow me at SunDonSpeed. I post a lot more frequently there. And yeah, catch y'all guys in the next one. Peace.